Hello, my name is Jeff Hayes, and this is about the difference between blacklisting and reserving the right to not hire or rehire. And unfortunately, there's people, HR, and these companies around here that don't know the difference between blacklisting and the right to rehire. And that's really weird. This state, in this area, everybody tells me it's a right to work state. There's 28 right to work states in the United States. And most of the states I've lived in growing up, I've lived in right to work states. So I know what's all involved with a right to work state. But some reason in Bryan County, everybody likes to point that out. I don't know if that's because they're getting ready to do something that they shouldn't do or what. I have no idea. Now, I've got a phone call that's coming up here, but companies do have the right not to hire or fire anyone at any given time. They can hire or fire anyone. That's the right to work, and they don't have to. As long as the company hasn't put your name on some kind of list, like an ineligibility list for rehire. Once they do that, they have to provide you with a legitimate reason, or else it's considered blacklisting. Now, last week before this call, the HR person did tell me that I was listed on the computer as ineligible for rehire. Now, this is a thing from Shane, who's now the manager of maintenance at BrucePac. And here's where he told me I was ineligible. Now, let's get to this phone call. This ought to be really entertaining.
BrucePac, this is Crystal with HR. How may I help you?
Yeah, Crystal, this is Jeff. Were you able to help me on that endeavor that we talked about last week?
I can transfer you to the HR manager.
Well, that'd be fine.
Okay.
Hello? Hello, this is Jeff Hayes. And,
Yes, sir.
I was inquiring about why I'm not eligible for rehire, and they were saying, Crystal told me that you were private. And I was like, well, you have to have a legitimate reason, or else that's considered blacklisting or something like that. And
No, there's no law that states a company has to rehire anybody.
No, but you have to give a reason why I'm ineligible, though.
No, we don't. It's an at-will state.
Business Bureau and the VA.
Oklahoma is an at-will state.
Oklahoma at-will means work at will. That doesn't mean blacklisting. Why don't you look up blacklisting under Oklahoma law?
That is not the termination of at-will. At-will means that we can separate employment with a person with or without cause.
We're talking about ineligibility, though, because I didn't do anything during my employment.
Okay, but again, a company is not mandated to rehire anybody.
I'm not saying that. All I'm asking is, why am I ineligible?
The companies deserve the right to hold
I deserve
whether they want to rehire anybody. There doesn't have to be a reason. There doesn't have to be a reason.
Well, that's blacklisting then, isn't it? If you don't have to give a reason? Isn't that targeting?
Again, that is... We're not interested in currently rehiring you. And again, I'm sorry, if there's anything that you want or you expect that you deserve, then you would need to contact the corporate office.
I just want a simple answer. Why am I being ineligible? Because I didn't do anything wrong.
There's not a reason. We're just not interested.
So you'd rather give over a skilled worker. Okay, that's fine. I'll check with corporate, and then
Okay.
if you can supply with me with the number, or I can look it up, and then I'll talk to you. Because I'm sure it had to come.
I don't know it off the top of my head, but I mean, you can look it up on the BrucePac website. It's listed.
Okay, because I think I have the right to know why.
There doesn't have to be a reason.
There does, if I'm asking.
Sir, there if there's not a reason to give, there's not a reason to give. You need to understand that. If there's no reason, there's no reason.
So,
no, it's not.
So,
that is your terminology.
So if you're stating that just my name, Jeff Hayes, what if my name was Jeff Hayes?
It doesn't even matter. Again, there doesn't have to be a reason. It's just at this time we're not interested in rehiring you. And it may not even just be you. There could be multitude of ex-employees that are interested in coming back.
Wrongfully terminated, I'm sure there is.
I beg your pardon?
Wrongfully terminated, I'm sure there is a long list of people that you're not eligible, going to rehire. Because OES found misconduct on my behalf when you fired me.
Wrongful termination.
You wrongfully terminated me, which means that I collected unemployment because you did not have a rightful reason to terminate.
No, because Oklahoma doesn't have to have a reason to terminate.
It does, but
I'm not going to argue with you. At will state means we have the right to term.
You wrongfully terminated me.
Mr. Hayes, that's incorrect.
No,
go look up your laws. Go get with. I'm not going to argue with you.
I'm not arguing either.
Okay.
So, in closing, yes, if a company terminates you and puts you on an ineligibility list for rehire, they have to give you a legitimate reason. That's not what the conversation was about. I already know, and I've known for years, and they played with me and told me, well, you're on a rehire committee, you know, we're looking at your thing to see, and when the whole time it was just ineligible. And unless they have a legitimate reason, like I'm a danger to myself, I'm a danger to my associates, I brought a gun in there, or, you know, done something against the law or severely against company procedure, it's called, and they terminate me. Yeah, you can terminate me at right to work state. But if you terminate me for the wrong reason, break faith in the wrong reason, and don't follow the proper procedures, that is considered wrongful termination, and you do collect unemployment for it. Now, that's not my whole call. I wanted to know why I was ineligible for rehire. And this lady kept saying, well, we don't have to hire you now. We don't have to hire you to whatever. And that's not my question. I already know that. I have a right to know by federal and state labor law what is the legitimate reason you have me for ineligible for rehire. It's a simple question. And it doesn't make a difference if it's a private company or not. Because private companies have to follow state and federal labor law, and I have the right to know. And if you put me on a list and you don't have a reason, a legitimate reason, that is considered blacklisting. Because you've now put somebody on a list, they're targeted pretty much, and that is illegal. Unless you have a legitimate reason, like, oh, you know, they stole from the company, they did this, you know, it has to be a legitimate reason. If you don't have a reason, then that is legally called blacklisting. So this is a lesson for today, is yes, even though everybody likes to point out this is a right to work state, so are 27 other states. Yes, I've worked a lot of right to work states. Yes, they all have to comply with state and federal labor law and all them little posters outside of the HR office, regardless. If they put you on an ineligibility list for rehire, they have to provide you with a legitimate reason if you ask. Now, if you're not on a list, they can pick and choose when to hire you or not, and that's not what I was asking. Ever since because Bob told me, and this is the CEO, well, the plant manager, told me after a year I was eligible for rehire. And I guess that's a lie. Because I enjoyed working on the equipment. The people, some of them I did like, some of them I didn't. But, you know, that's not the question. I really felt bad for this lady. Apparently her training doesn't go well enough, and I could have helped her with that. But, welcome to Bryan County, Oklahoma. So, I hope this was beneficial. And we'll talk to you guys at a different time. Have a good day.